Welcome to the Bitcoin predictions for the month of January based on the astrology of Bitcoin. Now, none of this is financial or investment advice. This is for entertainment and informational purposes. If you're new here, I'm Jack. I'm an engineer gone crypto astrologer. I combine technical analysis with astrology, and for the past year and a half, I've had 90% accuracy. Okay, beware of the spam bots in the comments below, so please ignore those. Watch this video all the way to the end, as I'll be giving my Bitcoin astrology predictions at the end. And let's take a look at the astrology. We have coming up very soon on January 3rd, we have Mars opposing Pluto. As you see, they are making an exact opposition from the point of view of Earth. And this is concerning. This brings major potential tension and conflicts. So a lot of volatile, tense energy here. The good news is as we head in towards the second half of January, Venus, the planet of love and money, is getting a lot of positive aspects to various other planets, which could bring positive news and positive energy for crypto. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. There are definitely some concerns, including these 3 down days. From this market peak, we had a market peak on December 17th, which coincidentally is the same market peak we had in 2017. Wow, can you say deja vu? We're getting, if you look at these 3 down arrows, this is based on the Gann swing indicator. And basically we have 3 days down and we're getting a lower low using the Gann swing indicator. And the last time this happened was March, when we had the Bitcoin peak. Going back to March, we have the Bitcoin peak here, and we got 1, 2, 3 red arrows signifying a lower low here with the Gann indicator. And that was the market peak for months and months and months. So could we be seeing some sort of repeat pattern here where this is the Bitcoin peak? Now, either it's the all-time high peak, or we could get some further dumping, some further sideways price action, maybe even some ranging like we had March earlier this year. I hate to say that, but it's certainly the possibility. Another huge concern is the global liquidity index. You take a look at this yellow line. Bitcoin, well, really ever since the Bitcoin ETF was approved right here, Bitcoin has been following similar patterns to this global liquidity index, where we peaked right here in March and everything started to slow down and we got some dumping, some sideways action, some ranging, and then we started getting a major pump, starting around September, October, and we got to this peak. I mean, look at this exact peak of the liquidity index and the Bitcoin chart, and that's exactly when we started falling off and more fear entered the market. Now, the really concerning thing, I always tell the truth on this channel, guys. I don't sugarcoat things. We just look at the facts. We look at the charts. We look at the data. We don't need to get emotional about it. But take a look at the global liquidity index. It is on a big downtrend. Now, this is a 11-week lag time, and so but I moved this chart to up to 11 weeks to align it with Bitcoin. And this is very concerning because it's heading down all the way out to March. Holy moly. And, we do get a little pump here. Let's see, when is this pump? That's in February. But this is definitely a major concern. As for the weekly close, we have been getting a major dump here. We're waiting for this one. Right now, it has started to turn red. We'll have to wait another couple days to get this weekly close. We definitely want to close, ideally above 95K. If we don't do that, we could have more downside to come, but we could be ranging between, let's say, around 92K and 100K. If we look at the monthly close right now, so if we close the month under 95K, that is not going to be looking so great. In fact, that could be it could even look like a gravestone doji, which we had on the 2-month chart back here in March, when the market traded sideways for months and months and months and months. Now, even more importantly, let's see, we're waiting on the 2-month close here. We definitely want to close above that 95K level, as we have this trend line from the previous all-time high in April and then November of 2021, and it's leading to around that 95K level. So if we can close above that, that would be great. But we have, of course, already gotten a tremendous amount of bullish momentum November, December. Is it time for a correction? It certainly could be. So there's definitely some concern there. On the positive side, if we look at the Stochastic RSI, we are still getting an uptrend ever since October. And that is looking quite good, because if we compare it to the 2001, where we kind of got that dump there and then it started heading back up, this actually led into the all-time high when it peaked out at 99. We are still sitting around 80 and still have not gone to that 99 or 100 level. So perhaps in the most bullish scenario, this is on the monthly chart, Stochastic RSI, perhaps we have further upside to go. That'd be looking good. If we go to the 2-month Stochastic RSI, we compare it to the last cycle, we have already peaked out. Slight concern there, as we already hit that 99 level. It's kind of stalling out. But if we get a Stochastic RSI cross up this next month, that could be positive. So we're still waiting on that close. But we could get a Stochastic RSI cross up, as we have gone up tremendously in the last couple months. So that would actually could be on the bullish side of things. Now for the January general astrology. January 3rd, we have that Mars opposing Pluto. There is definitely concern for max volatility, global tensions, conflicts, could be escalations in the WAR. So concerns there. January 3rd, Venus is leaving Aquarius like it did in March when we had the Bitcoin peak and then things started to dump. So that's another big concern. Those are happening around the same day within 24 hours. Big concern there. January 6th, Mars is retrograding into Cancer. That's historically a negative. Historically, the markets do not do so well when Mars is in Cancer. Well, really, that is Mars is not happy in the sign of Cancer. And then January 12th, Mars is trining Neptune. That's positive. That's just a minor positive. January 14th, we have Venus squaring Jupiter. It's a negative. January 18th, we have Saturn conjuncting Venus. That can bring some hard lessons in reality. Definite concern there. On the good news, take a look at this. Take a look at all these green check marks. That means positive. So potentially good news for our individual lives, for world events. This is when Trump is sworn into office. So there's actually some really positive general astrology at this time. With all, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positive transits here. And particularly to Venus, we have the first one, Mercury sextile Venus is positive. Then we have Mars trine Venus on the 25th. Then we have Uranus sextile Venus, which is really positive for crypto, as Uranus is the planet of technology and crypto, making that positive sextile to Venus, the planet of money and what we value. So that's looking really good. And then we also have Venus conjuncting Neptune on the 31st, which brings that kind of euphoria because Venus, the planet of money and what we value, conjuncting Neptune, which is the planet of really euphoria and sometimes delusion, but also spiritual oneness. Could we be getting an altcoin run then? I'm wondering. As this is kind of this euphoria, I'm wondering if some coins are going to be getting some mega pumps. Certainly possible, but definitely not guaranteed. But we're also getting a lot of positive transits. Uranus, the planet of crypto, sextiling Mars, which brings powerful energy and assertion. Could we be getting a pump around January 23rd? Is certainly possible. But then we're getting Uranus trining Mercury on the same day. So Uranus, the planet of crypto, trining Mercury, the planet of trading. We could make some very, very good, solid trades on January 23rd. Very positive energy. Mars trining Venus. Could be a very good day for relationships. And Mars also represents sexuality, trining Venus, the planet of love and money and what we value. So good energy there. And that's brings, just a lot of powerful physical energy. All right, Uranus sextiling Venus. We already talked about that. Neptune sextiling Mercury, January 26th. Very positive energy for trading. However, we got to be careful with Neptune, as that can also bring delusion. So just a slight thing there. But Sun conjuncting Jupiter, that could also be bringing some euphoria type energy January 30th. Are we? Yeah, I mean, I'm just keep thinking about, like, is it time for the altcoin run at that point? It looks like it could be. Definitely not guaranteeing it. I'm not officially predicting that. Wait till the end to see my predictions. If we look specifically at the Bitcoin astrology, just to end the month of December 28th, we have Mars opposing the Bitcoin Mercury. That's negative. Definitely some concern there, as we're also getting that, the new moon at the end of the month with that Mars opposing Bitcoin Mercury. December 31st, we have Saturn leaving the sextile with the Bitcoin Sun that we had throughout the month of December. If you take a look at my December predictions video, where I said that it looked really good for Bitcoin, and we got that Bitcoin peak December 17th, right just 2 days after the Saturn sextiling the Bitcoin Sun exact hit. But the fact that we're coming out of that super positive bullish transit is concerning, and the momentum is already slowing down, as we see on the Bitcoin price chart. This is incredible, guys. The astrology is aligning with the Bitcoin price chart. Well and good, just as it has been the last couple of years I've been watching this. January 7th, we have Mars opposing the Bitcoin Jupiter. That's concerning, as when Mars opposes Jupiter, the planet of expansion, it's bringing that intense opposition. Mars bringing a lot of that fiery energy. It's possible we could see a dump. Certainly possible. January 5th to February 23rd, Uranus is squaring the Bitcoin Neptune. Historically, that's been negative. I believe we had that. When was that? I believe that was in 2023, around July, when we had Uranus squaring the Bitcoin Neptune. And we saw a long stall in the Bitcoin price chart, and it was just kind of ranging. January 13th, we have full moon conjunct the Mars retrograde. That's concerning, as the full moon is bringing a lot of emotional energy to that Mars in Cancer retrograde. Mars is not happy in the sign of Cancer. Historically, has had a negative correlation to the markets when Mars is in that sign. January 26th, Saturn is conjuncting the Bitcoin progressed Venus. That's a negative, as Saturn can bring some harsh limitation, some contraction in the markets, and this is Bitcoin. So January 26th, interesting that we're getting that when a lot of the other general astrology was so positive. That's why I'm wondering if perhaps the altcoins continue as Bitcoin stalls out. Certainly possible. January 29th, new moon conjunct the Bitcoin North Node. That's positive. So we're getting one positive at the end of January. It's good we get something positive for Bitcoin there. Please subscribe if you haven't already to receive critical crypto and astrology updates. I'd really appreciate it. Just take that moment, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That's the number one thing you can do to support this channel. Thanks so much. So when altcoin run? Well, this is really the most difficult to predict. I don't know many people at all who have been able to predict the altcoin runs, as it historically happens when the Bitcoin makes a lower high at the very end of the cycle. So if we could call the very end of the cycle, we'd all be rich. So there's very few people have been able to do that. But I can give some hints towards the end. I've already been giving some hints already. Total 3, let's take a look at that chart. Here's total 3. We have already gotten looks like a 26% correction. Historically, really, we are right at the previous all-time high of November 2021. And we were not able to get through that level. Now, this similar pattern happened in the last cycle, when total 3, the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, they actually surpassed the previous market peak right here, but then we saw a big dump. And this was, it looked kind of small, but this was actually a 34% dump. That is sizable. We have not even gotten that big of a dump yet. We've gotten only 26%. 34% would take us down to this level at 760 billion market cap for the total three. So there certainly could be more downside to come, even though I know there's already a lot of fear in the markets. Or perhaps that's it. I mean, that could also be it. Altcoins are showing some rebound here. Could we be heading into an altcoin run? Well, that is the $1 million question. Similarly, the Russell 2000, it looks just like the total three altcoins, where it has not surpassed this previous all-time high. It is still struggling there. We've gotten 1, 2, 3 weeks down. It's not looking good. We have to get a strong bounce off of here and head back and shoot through this previous all-time high, and then we can definitely get an altcoin run. In fact, when that happens is when this breaks through like that, is when we will likely get that altcoin run. A quick announcement is you could get access to this exclusive free training by yours truly, the Astrological Edge, the 3 biggest crypto mistakes to avoid and the secrets to maximize profits in this end of the bull run phase, where we could be heading into a mega altcoin run. We could be heading into the banana phase, arguably. In this training, you will learn all of these things, how to combine astrology with technical analysis to maximize profits towards the market peak, and fascinating correlations between Bitcoin's price movements and planetary alignments. This is going to blow your mind. How to use Jupiter and Saturn to identify major market dumps and peaks. How to accurately predict a crypto market dump like the summer 2024 dump and buy the dip. And that's what I did, is I was able to predict that dump that we had in the summer, believe it or not. Take a look at my previous videos in May and in June, when I was telling you guys that we were likely going to see a dump in the summer. We did. The number one most powerful formula to avoid costly mistakes and take profits towards the market peak. This is actually the most valuable part of the training, and I will be talking about that. All you got to do, by the way, it's free. Look at this. 100% free training for a limited amount of time. You get instant access. Click the sign me up button. Just enter your name and email, and you will get access to this training for a limited amount of time only. I'll probably only keep it up for a few days or so, and so definitely watch it all the way through as quickly as you can, and take notes so that you get all of the value from it. And then after that, it will be taking down. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the Bitcoin predictions. Well, Bitcoin could trade sideways or dump further in January. It's certainly possible. Now, there are a couple minor positive transits around, I believe, January 5th through January 14th, something around there. So there is a small chance we could get more pumps for Bitcoin. But overall, the things that I've been looking at through this video have overall not been looking so great for January, so I can't get super bullish. Hate to say it. I don't want to say that. I want to be more bullish for January, but I'm just looking at the data here. However, around January 13th, we could say, mid-January, give or take a week or two, around that full moon perhaps, when typically there's a slightly better chance we could get a pump after that full moon. In the best case scenario, there could be an altcoin run. So, man, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, because if there ever was an altcoin run, we're sitting towards that previous peak with the total 3 altcoin chart, as I was showing you guys, the Russell 2000. If we get a breakout with those, then we could get that altcoin run. But it all hangs on that. Is the total 3 and the Russell 2000 going to break out or not? That is the question. All right, like and share this video. Please share it with someone that you feel like would benefit from this, you feel like is interested in this. Definitely subscribe. Once again, hit that subscribe button. The number one thing you can do to support this channel, boost the algorithm. It gets this information out to more people. Thanks so much, guys. Now let's end it with a Crypto Astro theme song.
To the top, by the dip, we won't let this moment stop. Sats in our pockets, we're running on this wave. To the moon we go, in crypto we are brave. The retrogrades got are still a bit strange, but we won't let confusion make us change. Crypto Astro, feel the beat in your soul. Money printer go, it's out of control. Hold on, game strong, we'll never fade away. In this funky rhythm, we'll dance all day. Full moon's here, Bitcoin's in its prime. Their market fears, we just laugh, it's no crime. Bull market vibes, got our gang in the groove. With Satoshi spirit, we're ready to move. Not your keys, not your coins, that's the game. We'll hold tight now, we're all the same. Crypto Astro, feel the beat in your soul. Money printer go, it's out of control. Hold on, gang strong, we'll never fade away. In this funky rhythm, we'll dance all day. To the moon we'll fly, in the stars we'll play. In the crypto universe, we find our way. To the moon we'll fly, in the stars we'll play. In the crypto universe, we find our way.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.